When I told my parents I decided to marry this Japanese guy, I think they was too much shocked. Stop it, please! No. For answer this question, I asked my sister. I have an older sister and she also was shocked, of course. My husband told my mother-in-law, his mother, against this marriage. She accepted me from the beginnings. 結婚してめっちゃ良かったです。皆さんこんにちは、あやです。よろしくお願いします。日本に2年ぐらい前結婚しに来ました。今、日本人と結婚しています。私の国はロシアです。We met with my husband in internet. It was actually a dating app. He connected to me first. At this time, I was looking for some abroad friends or some girl who I can hang out with nearby my apartment where I live in Russia. Because this person 7,000 kilometers from me, I was like, sounds interesting, maybe he's a real Japanese guy. Then I kinda wanna talk to him and know more details about Japan. I say like, hello, let's talk a bit. Just in case, if you want to dating me, I tell you from the beginning, like, I have a boyfriend. If a friendship is okay for you, then we can talk. If you want dating or something, then sorry, no. He accepted and said like, no problem, let's talk. We talk a lot, actually every day, non-stop. Even he was so busy at his work, from the 6 a.m. until he goes sleep, we was talking anytime when he was free. I have known about Japan so many things. It was so funny and we became very good friends. After some months, I already broke up with my boyfriend. We still keep talking with this Japanese guy. Once it became like, maybe you like me? So you're sure? You understand, like, I live in Russia, you live in Japan, but we couldn't stand these feelings. I asked him, do you like me? And he said like, yeah. I say like, I also like you, like I like your personality, but I don't know what kind of relationships it can be actually, because we even can't meet. This time was just end of the COVID, maybe already start war in Russia. So it was so difficult situation to go out from Russia, go abroad. No way, we can't have any relationships actually. But after some time we ended up, I can go from Russia to Egypt. It's so weird place for first meeting, but I have two options only, is Turkey and Egypt. Visa was really easy to get, which is in Egypt, because my future husband also was curious about Egypt pyramids and this landscape, desert. It looks so cool on image. So we decided, let's try to meet. Why not? If we don't like each other actually in real life, we can just spend some vacation and come back each other country, and this is life. We don't have to matching to any person, especially we grow up in different countries, our background is so different. We met, we realized even in real life, not only in internet, we are matching so good. What should we do? Should we give up? Or we gonna choose this really difficult way to have relationships, long distance relationships, or we can somehow live in one country, one city, one house and make family? Of course we need more time for decide such a things, and then we met once more in Korea. We prepared so many documents for visa, for any like abroad stuff. We ended up, I come to Japan and we married. When I told my parents I decided to marry this Japanese guy, I think they was too much shocked. because their reaction was insane. Like screaming, "Oh my god, what are you doing? Stop it, please! No, 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 no!" Just overreacted, overshocked at this time, my parents. Even before, when I told them I gonna meet this Japanese guy at Egypt, they was like, "Why? You never go alone anywhere. Even you don't go alone cafe, you always hang out with someone and you escape any unknown person. What's happened? Like, you never been to abroad. Why you decide suddenly go alone to such a country? Like, a bit scary. So many Arabian men and this Arabian culture is, I think, a bit scary for women if you travel alone." So they was also really worried. And when I come back and say like, "We're gonna meet again in Korea," they was like, "Oh my god, what our daughter doing? Why? Why she can't just find some guy in Russia?" My parents wanted, I think, different way I marry, different way I spend my life. They want, of course, I stay in Russia and help them when they became older. But I'm sorry, I'm in Japan, I'm so far from them. This is life. I think my parents never was into Japanese culture or something about Japan. I think all they know is like Japanese flag, this white and red sun mark, and maybe Fuji-san they understand, or Sakura, but that's all. For answer this question, I asked my sister. I have an older sister and she also was shocked, of course. And she told me she also not really many information knows about Japan, but in her imagine, most of all only bad things like Japanese men overwork, overdrink alcohol, and many cheating. So like they go work, they go drink some sake after work, then go some girls bar, kyabakura or something. Wife, if I became a wife for Japanese guy, I should be like a maid. I don't have my own opinion. I can't say anything if it's contrary to my husband's opinion. When he come back from work, I should give him slippers. I should bring him to ofuro. I should make dinner, just be silent, no opinion, cleaning, washing, cooking, that's all. Like prison. Maybe my mother also was thinking like, if I marry this Japanese guy, I gonna get like prison. So she said something like, "Please don't wash something like toilet or something dirty. You should say from the beginning you don't gonna do such a things." Maybe he wants just a maid. Please don't do it at least. I don't know why she said it, just she was worried maybe about such a stereotype. I don't have work, only sometimes I go some modeling, just like baito. Most of all, I hang out at home because I like to stay at home, and of course I do some homework just because I choose, I want to do it, not because he press on me and like you should do this, you should do this. There isn't such a things. I don't have any problem about house harassment, pressure. There isn't such a thing. So I don't think in new generation like my age, about 20, 30, I don't think there is such a pressure like bring me slippers now. My husband never pushed me. よかったです。My husband told my mother-in-law, his mother, he told her about he gonna meet me in Egypt first, and then I think there wasn't many things he tell about me, and suddenly he say like, "We're gonna marry." I think she was also really surprised and shocked, but I don't think she was really against this marriage. When I arrive in Japan, I never feel anything like pressure or I'm not welcome here. I think as any parents, she was pretty worried. Am I a good person or it's just some trap? Maybe some Russian guy gonna catch her son and bring to Russia and put, I don't know where, maybe prison. Maybe I'm Russian spy, who knows? Of course, I think any information about Russia can be a bit scary. Russian people never smile. Russian people have so many spy, army. For now, here is war. It sounds really scary, I think. And I understand if even she don't accept this marriage, but she's such a kind person. She accepted me from the beginnings. ありがとうございました。I never feel I shouldn't be here or any confused situation about our relationships with my mother-in-law. Just she was worried, I think. She was worried and she just stands her many emotion. What's going on? What should I do? I think she was definitely in trouble. What she should say for already adult son. Like she can't change his opinion. She understands it, but of course she worried. She wants to protect her son. It's like natural feelings, I think. So in general, everything was pretty good and normal and natural, I think. His mother is so kind and we meet a lot every week, I think, because we go same classes for writing kanji, shudo, suji. We doing calligraphy together and for me we have really good relationships. I'm so glad, like I have friend in Japan. I was worried I never get friends here, but I feel really good connection with this person, so I'm really glad. I don't think she do some exception I'm Japanese or I'm Russian or from another country. From the beginning she tries to know me, what kind of person I am. Like when someone thinks Russian people definitely never smile or something like this. She never was some pressure on me like I should do something for her or I should speak only this way with her or should keep some rules. Nothing really strict, natural relationships. She's really kind. Actually, I didn't know about this Japanese style, wearing some good clothes and bring some sweets. I don't know, is it just Russian tradition or some my imagine I can't go in someone's house without any gifts. So from Russia I bring some omiyage. I bring hachimitsu, like Russian traditional scarf. なんかめっちゃふわふわ柔らかい羊の生地 I don't know, just I was looking for some traditional Russian stuff. Definitely there isn't in Japan, so I bought many sweets, salty snack, many stuff about food, some traditional toys in Russia from mukashi. Here was some toy where you like bird shape and where you put water and you can make sound like flute. I bring such a board. I bring this scarf or muffler. I'm not sure. You can use it just for decoration. Something what my husband wants. Some Russian chocolates. I'm not sure. It was 3 years ago. I don't really remember. But just I used Google like, is there such things in Japan? If there isn't, then I buy it and put in my suitcase. Just I wanted they feel some Russian vibe, can eat some Russian food. Even honey in Japan, it's kinda rare to find exactly some flower, only one flower honey. Usually it's mixed. So I found some flower which there isn't in Japan, so I bring exactly from this flower honey. Positive things is Japanese nature, Japanese urbanistic. I don't know, is it a good topic, but in Russia, some facilities like toilets usually not free. Can you imagine like not free toilet? For now I already can't even not really clean, so you pay like 50 yen, 100 yen for not really clean toilet. And when I got to Japan I was like, this is a good country, it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. Here is space for I can apply my cosmetic. I don't need to stay in line. There's so many people who washing their hands and only one mirror. Here is sinky, so I don't want to do my makeup here. But in Japan it's so comfortable actually. You can find any facilities anywhere, even some touristical spot. You went to mountain or field, and if it's some spot for tourists, you can find here anything like jihanki, toilet, maybe some bench and a rest place. You compare with Russia, here is really comfortable for people living here. Salary level is pretty fine for live, for rent apartment, for buy food, even you have some money left, for you can go some trip or hang out. In Japan there is many fancy, funny things. This cute culture about many cute characters like cinnamon roll, Hello Kitty, gacha gacha. Round one, there isn't such things in Russia, I think. Maybe only now in Russia making such a company, such a things, like you can play many game. When you're bored in Japan, you can actually choose from many things, but in Russia, it's most popular hangout is just go bara in the city or go restaurant, temple, and go cafe. Maybe if you like some museum or ballet, theater, cinema, of course there is such a things in Russia, but if compared with Japan, in Japan it's really more funny actually. You can choose so many things. For now, I am completely fine. I used how to use Japanese transport or something. The things what makes me happy is everything what my mother-in-law do for me, because this day when we married with my husband, she bring flower bouquet. Even I have it now, I make dry flowers from this bouquet. It was so sweet. She bring flowers for me, for us, and even my parents not really accept, but this great support from my mother-in-law, I always feel relieved, like I can stay in Japan without problems. If something happens, feels like I can get support from her and from my husband, of course. From the beginning when I come to Japan, even I was a bit worried how these relationships can be. I couldn't imagine Japanese mother. Maybe she don't gonna accept me or what's gonna happen. I couldn't imagine, but I have a great support. My heart is relieved. 結婚してめっちゃ良かったです。じゃあ皆さん Thank you for watching. If you have some question, you can ask it below. If you want to know some more information about me and my husband, you can follow our Instagram. So you're welcome here. 皆さんありがとう。さようなら。